Sweet ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Hydra, and I have returned. Guess what we're doing today? Well, look, it looks like more foundry. You see, I've been busy. I've been a very busy bee, in fact, and we might hear two of me in a moment. Do not fret. There we go. I am live, and I just need to do some sharing on the Discord, because I don't get a link to these streams to have actually gone live. But check that out. Look how far you can zoom in, and there's still pretty reasonable amount of detail here, and that's from all the way out there, which is just absolutely amazing that you can go in this far. This is an absolutely colossal image. Sadly, it can't really be a video, not if I want this to be, you know, quite so compact. It will be absolutely massive. GM prep is what we're doing today, and we're going to be going over some NPC creation. We're going to have a few NPCs to dot about this world, so we're going to go through the process together and have a little bit of fun. So I'm looking to do that. I'm looking forward to doing that, rather. And hopefully if you guys will, maybe have some ideas. Now, one of the first things we're going to need is within the ram's head, and you'll notice I've done some descriptions since the previous stream. How's it going, May? Nice to see you, bud. I've done some descriptions, so let me give you a sample. Now, firstly, this is regarding the Ram's Head, if you're just listening to this in the background, which is a tavern on the edge of town. From the outside, it looks pleasant, inviting, and rustic. Soft wooden planks and softwood tree trunks make up the entire structure. Large open windows, a large hearth, and a door that is rarely closed help illuminate the nearby buildings with a soft reddish glow. Though frequently busy, tourists and workers are a minority within, as this tavern would be the home of the Hunters Guild. Several small tables carved from thick slabs of oak are occupied predominantly by these feral hunters, who only return to town when there are hides to sell, or significant findings within the forest. These hunters, or the followers of Tal, they kind of need a cult name, don't they? As they are known, are less than hospitable towards those who would go against their strictures. The building itself is as rustic on the inside as it is on the outside. Wooden beams support the upper floor, and various animal hides hang as decorative bunting. The walls are swarming with tools, weapons, and furs, each securely fastened to... we'll change that to the wall, to the wood thereon, something like that. Next to the hearth is a shrine to Tal, in the form of a curiously shaped stone resembling a ram's head. Adorned with a woven crown, there are often scraps of food, trinkets, and coin placed as offerings. Travellers are generally welcome by overall merriness and a pleasant atmosphere, at least for those who provide a sufficient contribution to Tal. I'm quite happy with these descriptions. They'll do for now, at least. They will most certainly do for now. Now the question is, I do wonder, is this is this stream actually unlisted? I forgot to check. Oh no, it is public. There we go. It is public. Wunderbar. Right, so what we're going to be doing is, firstly, we're going to be needing to create a leader here. And there are a couple of things I'd like to quickly edit, though. So, fastened to the wood. No, fastened to the studs, maybe? Studs. They'll be fastened to the studs. And what else? Oh, no, it's sort of more like boarding. No, cladding. Fastened to the cladding. There we go. That makes sense. That's, I think, technically what it is. Wooden beams support the upper floor, and various animal hides hang as a decorative bunting. That'll do. Right. It's not going to be perfect English. It just needs to be good enough. So we've done a few of these. We have a general store. We have the items within the general store. So we have bowlers, tar, daggers. I've created different items for this town, so they're slightly different. So we have a fire-hardened bow. It's slightly different to a regular bow. It doesn't shoot quite as far. It's cheaper, but it's also a bit ugly. It doesn't look particularly well made. We have a grain flail, which is going to be fairly cheap, but it's also shoddy. So it's going to break the first time you roll a fumble. There's some nice things here that I like. And yes, we have some miscellaneous items here. Other things will be available, but this is just the sort of the general stuff the general store will sell. Each tavern as well is going to have different pricings for drinks. So I'm going to have to create some different trappings for those stores. The reason I like it is you can just sort of say, well, we're going to go to this tavern. Jesus, that's a lot to drink. I mean, Sigmar, that's a lot to drink. Oh, we better go somewhere else. This is too much. And lo and behold, that's pretty much why it's like the only reason why our patrons hang out at the rat hole, which is a dump. And the rat hole is basically going to be glorious. The dancing lamb doesn't have a description, and that's basically the farmer's market as such. I actually think that the rat hole and the dancing lamb should swap. There you go. Now the rat hole is just a little bit more secluded in the back streets. Maybe even it should be up here. Yeah, there we go. I actually think that would be a better rat hole. That gives us this building free to be something sort of fermented milk. Well, cheese is available in various forms. Yeah, I think the rat hole can be right next to the Carpenter's Guild, so you could just hear a constant loud banging in the background. And I've probably got an audio track I could use for that, like a sawing action combined with hammering. God, I love the detail you can go into. Actually, it looks a bit like a painting, which I kind of like. By the time you get into this detail, it's almost as if you've zoomed into a painting. Little would you think that this was something created within Flowscape, which I'm really super happy with. I'm very, very pleased with that software. Right, and we can obviously talk about the Carpenter's Guild as well. I've got a guild generator, and we'll be going into that. But first, let's go and make some NPCs, because I want to actually start padding this out and bringing this town to life. I've done a little showcase. Right, now, what we're going to do is we'll just call them Leader of a Hunter's Guild, just for now. It's going to be an NPC. There we go. Add skills. Right. Now, they're going to be a combination of things, okay? So they're going to be... We're going to have to bring up the careers. We'll leave a few tabs open here. So if we go... Careers. There we go. Actually, we could do this via character generation, couldn't we? I think that would be a bit more fun. We'll open trappings, though. Yeah, let's do it that way. So we'll do this. Type /CHAR. We'll roll them random. Oh my god, they're a wood elf. Ah, no, that just doesn't make sense for the setting, though. It really doesn't. Okay, but they're really nice rolls. Look at them, damn. They're really good rolls. Okay, I'll tell you what. You're no longer leader of the Hunters Guild. We're going to make another NPC. Wood Elgie. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. NPC. Create. Add skills. Right, the Wood Elgie. I will use the roles for the Wood Elgie, because I have a plan. Talents. There we go. Let's just build the mysterious Wood Elgie. How's it going, Roland? How are you guys doing? Right, how's the music volume, by the way? Hardy or Second Sight? Well, definitely we're going to go with Hardy. That just gives them more wounds. We'll go with Rover. Yeah, night vision. Acute sense sight. Oof. What does very resilient do? Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, we'll go for very resilient too. Wow. 18 wounds. Damn. So they're going to have some extra skills. Main. So they're going to have track. Stealth rural. Range bow. Language. Obviously. Filthy Elgie. Entertain sing. That's the only way they know how to entertain. And there's the other stuff. That's fine. Okay, so there's our Wood Elgie that's been made. Let's see what career the Wood Elf gets. Scion. A noble courtier. Ooh, okay, interesting. That's kind of cool. Okay. So somewhere, I'm not going to say in this town, but in the area, there will be a Scion, apparently. A noble courtier. Well, this is actually the same career as one of our players too. We've already got a Scion, so that's kind of cool. So I have an idea for that. That gives me an idea. Now, I can't tell you what it is, because then you just know everything that's going to happen. But don't worry. We're already equipping the clothes. That's wonderful. What else can we get? We have some stuff there. We have courtly garb. Okay, courtly garb. We're going to have... Oh, I think we might get noble blood for them, because that's kind of cool. Okay, we get 3d10 / roll 3d10. 19. I mean, it's going to be in the form of jewels, but, you know, I'm just going to give them gold crowns for now. Actually, no. That's not how you do this. Okay, I'll give them 1 gold crown. Jewelry. Okay. There we go. So we got some gold. What else are we going to give them? Foil or hand mirror? Hand mirror. Okay, jewelry worth personal servant. Okay, so we need to make a servant for this as well. How's it going, Falcon? How you doing? Okay, so let's go back to talents for this guy so we can drag across one of these. Let's go for noble blood. Oh, do I need to... Noble blood. You can't do this for NPCs. Nope, you've got to do it the other way. Right. Talents. Okay. Noble blood. Noble blood is basically like, hey, you're awesome. Basically, assuming you are dressed appropriately, you're always considered higher status, which is like, it's kind of cool. Right, so we're also going to buff them up a little bit. There we go. Give them a couple more random talents. Second sight. I mean, makes sense for an elf. I'll take that. Right, trappings. Elf arrow. Elf bow. And a dagger. That's all they're going to need. What else should we give them? Boots. They'll probably need boots. Okay, so they've equipped their boots. Good. Hood. I mean, it is a wood elf. And I think that will probably do. Maybe we'll give them some random stuff as well. A coach, a comb, a coat. Maybe a coat. Saddlebag, sling bag. Okay, inside the sling bag can be their jewellery and a courtly garb. There you go. So toughness, ridiculousness. Ballistic skill's pretty good. Weapon skill's pretty good. And okay, hang on. Complete. There you go. So career, we've got that. Right, they're now currently a noble. So let's see what the noble gets. If we go to here, we can actually view this and have a look. They get attractive briber. Ooh. You reverse the dice. Okay, that's not so hot. Oh, I mean, gauchy. A horse with a saddle. Oh, I have an idea. I mean, it's a wood elf. Ugh, it's amazing. Okay, and their jewellery apparently needs to be worth more than this. So, let's add another 3d10. Okay, 21. Oh, that's nice. That's just 40. 40 gold crown. Jesus. They're like a walking bank. Suave? 5 to starting fellowship. Okay. Fine. We'll give him that. Good lord, that's ridiculous. Briber, attractive, melee parry. Charm, gossip. Okay, let's pad out some skills here because I have a feeling this wood elf is going to be... Okay, it's wood elf. You can have 10 dodge. This is not supposed to be balanced, okay? Okay, it's a wood elf. It's going to be good. It's a lord as well. Like, It's not like a little lord. This is a big lord. Stealth. I mean, you live in the woods. You can have lots of stealth. There you go. I mean, in terms of balancing, that's not relevant. Unless they try and kill him, in which case it's their fault. Melee. Melee. Fine. Job done. Right. We have random wood elgie. I'm not going to tell you anything about the wood elf, but there is going to be a wood elf in the campaign, potentially, depending on where the players go, what the players do. Right. So that's that done. Now we have the leader of the Hunters Guild. Let's clear the chat log, because there's just too much stuff going on right now. CHAR. Let's roll. Oh my god! The leader of the Hunters Guild can't be a dwarf. Fine! I tell you who this is going to be instead. Because up here, we have the Miners Corp. And I haven't finished writing this yet at all, but we've got Azril and Boki of Clan Grunkruk, which basically means Grun is like a false vein. So it's when you see something in a mountain that's shimmering and looks really nice and juicy and you go and mine it, and it turns out to just be like someone's pissed on the wall. So that's basically, it's like crappy vein wanderers, I think. Crook, I think, was wanderer. So basically these are the people that go around looking to try and get rich and have so far failed. Dwarf leader of elves. No, the elf is not in the Hunters Guild, I will tell you that. Right, so instead we need to make another character, because I like going with the random rolls. I'm feeling that. So this is going to be Azril. NPC Azril Grunkruk. We'll get pictures for these another time. It's on my to-do list. I have lots of pictures, but yeah, that's yeah, you're a bloody dwarf, and you're a dwarf. Right, let's see what he rolled. Amazing weapon skill. Pretty tough. Dexterity's pretty good. Willpower, fellowship is not very good. It's not very good fellowship at all. I mean, that makes sense. He's a dwarf. Right, so skills and talents. Entertain storytelling, absolutely. Trade. We need to... Oh, okay. We have to actually manually edit that one. Trade mining. There we go. And... Fine. There's your trade, sunshine. Intimidate. Right, we need to get the language dowie. So we'll start with melee basic. Law, metallurgy, and geology, and law dwarfs. Okay, it's got a lot of stuff going for him right now. Sturdy, sure. Night vision, magic resist. Read or write, sure. And that is... Oh, very nice. Or strong-minded. Okay, he's going to have strong-minded because he's a stubborn dwarf. Okay, that's nice. So, now we're just going to level him up, I think, twice. That's not actually leveling him up. That's just randomizing. Hang on. Back to there. So, toughness is at 40. Characteristics. That's just random, isn't it? If I keep clicking this, does this go up? It looks like it does randomly go up each time with a bit of an... Oh, Jesus, that dexterity. Okay. I don't understand how this works, but... Toughness 28, Jesus. Yeah, I don't understand how this works. Anyway, there's your stats. What we'll do is we'll just add 5 to a couple. Okay. There you go. Let's give you a career. I'm actually just going to pick the career because it needs to be appropriate. Reroll. Choose career. Now, we're either going to go for... He can't really be an engineer. Could be a prospector. Do they have prospector on here? Protagonist. Not quite appropriate. Not quite appropriate. Smuggler, seaman, Riverwoman, half a boatman. So they need to be like... Okay, so there's a miner. Okay. Miner foreman. There you go. Right, okay, so... Let's get rid of noble for a second. How are we all doing? You should put a troll man-eater somewhere in the camp. A troll man-eater somewhere... Oh, it's somewhere in the campaign. Right, yeah. I was going to say, in the camp it's going to be difficult to hide, but in the other thing, I can do that. So, oh, prospector's the lowest rank. Okay, I would have thought that's more qualified than actually being a miner. Dwarfs are crazy, man. Right, that complete. Okay. Then he's going to be a miner. And he's going to be a master miner. And then foreman. Is that just a regular foreman? Ah, that's a stevedore. Okay. Etiquette criminals. Oh, interesting. That's only silver 3, but a mine foreman. What are you? Silver 4. Okay, well, fine. Okay, they're not going to be complete in that rank. No, not complete there. Talents. Okay. I think that will have given them all the talents there. Right, we need to get rid of some of this. So argumentative will keep. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of this. We need to get rid of some of this. Craft explosives. Careful strike. We'll get rid of that. We're going to get rid of strong back. Going to get rid of tenacious. There's just too many here. Like this is silly. Of course he can read and write. We'll get rid of strength test when lifting. We'll get rid of that. There's just too much shit here. Rural environment. No. He's got tunnel rat. Okay. Strong-minded. Oh, he's got 2 of them. And read and write times 2. Oh, never mind. He can double read and double write. Okay. Exceptionally strong. What does this do? Oh, I mean, that's just +1 damage. We'll just give him a weapon that does that instead. Okay, well, he's an absolute boss now in terms of stats. Any dwarf with assault can prospect. The real talent comes from extracting what is found. Fair enough. Apparently I don't know my canon. I'm just bad. Charm test when arguing and debating. Yeah, his fellowship's still not great, but... Okay. I'm going to skip this, and I'm going to keep in... okay. We don't need to stride a rocky. No, and we don't need strong-minded. We don't need that. Do we need +1 5 starting strength? Like, we'll get rid of that. There's just too much, and we don't need trade explosives. Like, it's interesting, but it's a quip of yours. Ah, I like it. I like it. It's good. Right. So we've got Azrael here. Azrael Grungruk. This is one of the owners of the Miners Corp. So what we can do now is we can edit this. And then we can go drag that in there. Then we can save that. And then that's got the NPC on the sheet, which is nice. Right, so that's another NPC made. Now we go back to leader of the Hunters Guild. There's going to be a lot of NPCs here soon, so we're going to have to start organising them somehow. We'll figure that out in a moment. I'm not sure what the best method's going to be for that. Probably lots of subfolders, I suspect. Probably many subfolders. Right, what are we going to do next? I think first we're going to change the music, because let's get rid of the ambient skyline. There we go. Get rid of the folk. And let's go for drama. There we go. Glorious. Dun, dun. And how are we doing for volume? Oh, okay. We'll go down just a tad. There we go. That's beautiful. Right, leader of the Hunters Guild. Let's try again. Right, roll. A human, finally. Okay. So, human. There we go. And we're going to have them career-wise. Well, let's go for their random skills first. Savvy or suave? We're going to go with suave. We're going to go with night vision. What's cool-headed do? Starting willpower. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do mimic. Accents and dialects can reproduce them accurately. I mean, that's just a cool thing to have, so we'll do that. Technically, they'll be doomed, but, you know. Let's roll career, even though I kind of know what they're going to be, but that is actually quite interesting. So they've started off life as a prowler, and then they'll have moved to something else. So we're actually going to do a sort of a full career journey for this person. So they started off as a prowler and completed that. Now we're going to have to change a few of these. So flee, strike to stun, criminal. I'll say they were a criminal, but they've given that up. And they're going to get rid of urban stealth. There you go. That's a bit better. And let's get rid of suave. Okay. So then we're going to go careers. And then we're going to go priest. Are they going to be a warrior priest of Tal? I mean, it would be kind of weird to be a warrior priest of Tal. Warrior priest. Right, regular warrior priest. What do they get? Let's have a look. Silver 2. I mean, we can change this considerably to make it... Okay. Sure. So technically they're going to be a warrior priest. Maybe even... No, I think that'll do. I don't want them being too bloaty. Like, that's made them fairly good already, and that's way too much. So let's see what we got. We won't have Seven Travelers. We are going to keep Invoke. Okay. Refer to the following table. Okay, number of soldiers influenced. Okay, so they can have that. Dual wield, sure. Strike to stun, we'll get rid of strike to stun. It's a bit too... And we'll get rid of flee. There we go. So, not very good ballistic skill. So this needs to be changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That's a bit better. If he was a prowler, he should keep the criminal. He moved to Tarm and get away from authorities. Could he get it? Could give you a plot hook. All I'm going to say, Khan, is I have a plot hook in mind, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I am going to say that he's renounced his criminal ways, and you can actually get rid of the talent in the rules. So I'll share that with you. So that was his past life, is that he was a criminal, but he's going to have a plot hook, and I've got an idea, but I'm really sorry that I can't say what it is, but I think it's really cool. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a troll. So he's going to be... I mean, he's going to be a hunter. Ballistic skill needs, like... 33. No. There you go. He's not going to be amazing with a bow, but he'll be reasonable. Super tough. Okay, so he's actually just super brawny and tough. Fine. He's going to be more like a bear hunter. So he's going to be someone that actually goes out and fights them with his fists, which I like. So let's kit him out. We don't need to just follow the career for this. We can do animal trap. Definitely needs one of those. He's going to have a backpack. He's going to do a ball. He's going to have an amulet. He's going to have... Oh, a bastard sword would be nice, but it is... It's a bit OP. Boiled leather. Okay, he's going to have boots. I tell you what we could give him. Okay, we're going to give him a tarm leather jack. Oh no, or a tarm leather jerkin. We'll just go for that, actually. Doink. Doink. So that's like most of his armor, his body covered in armor to a point. Jesus. Yeah, he's got toughness 6 as well. Okay. Right, that's cool. Now, what's he going to use? Great Axe? No, I want him to have... maybe he'll have bowlers. Nah, I'm just going to go with, like, maybe 2 hand weapons for him. Let's bring up... I think one of my keys is stuck on my keyboard. Okay, let's try there. Okay, well, it works in here. We've got a bit of a bug in chat. Right, there we go. It works here, at least. Fine, we'll open the compendium for items. Trappings. Well, let's just look more down here. He's going to have boots. He's not going to have a bucket. Complete noob for Warhammer Fantasy. Love trolls. Make the story interesting. Just don't learn the prosecuting ways of sheepy. And don't you worry. Thorg, these are established people in town. They're good, they're strong, they're good. Can't handle the force of personality. To be fair, this guy's only Fellowship 30. So I'm tempted to give him something a bit OTT. Like, okay, he's going to have a big fur coat as well. So he's going to have a glorious fur coat. He'll have a dagger. Like, everyone has a dagger. And what are we going to give him? We need maybe like 2 axes. Or a great axe. But he's got dual wield. Okay, fine. We're going to give him a great axe. Because that's absolutely terrifying. Okay? Like, that makes him hella scary. Now we're just going to change dual wield for something else. So, yeah. When attacking with 2 weapons. So we'll get rid of that. And we'll find something else. A beat blade. We'll just give him a combat 1 or 2. To make him a bit more... Not dual wield. Flagellant, no. Frenzy. Okay. Okay, you basically have to charge. You gain a bonus of strength. You regain frenzy. You get to make a free attack each round with frenzy, which is just terrifying. Isn't it fantasy? Why give him a dagger? That would be kind of B. Why give him a dagger? I mean, it's Warhammer Fantasy. But, I mean, okay, so he's a priest of Tal, so his thing is that he won't use really much metal. He's got an axe. That's like the most metal you're allowed. Maybe a dagger. An axe is probably pushing your luck, but, you know, he's so big no one's going to question him. Right. I think that will probably do there. And you know what? Let's give him... where... Now, there's another talent I want to give him. Is it Combat Master? This talent comes into play when you're outnumbered. Okay. If I remember, for each level in talents, you count as 1 more person. Yeah, okay. Oh, good lord, that makes him disgusting. Okay, let's give him that. Okay. What I would like in this is that when you are fighting against someone that's like a well-trained town guard, they will be a well-trained town guard. You'll be able to kill them, but you'll need several people to do it, and it will be very risky. But I don't want to do what I did in my previous campaign, which is basically, oh, you're in an encounter, regardless of whatever it is, let's tailor it to you. You know, it's... Because I think you come into problems when you have games where people don't avoid getting into trouble because, you know, they just think everything will be fine. We can give him an improvised weapon too, because every now and again he'll probably kick and, I don't know, brawl. But he's going to be terrifying. Like, if he were to charge in, whop out his great axe... Okay, just about rolled. Oh my word. Okay, so he doesn't have 2-handed. Okay, talents, careers. We haven't given him skills yet, have we? Fair enough. We'll do that now. Skills. Melee, two-hand. There we go. Because otherwise his thing won't actually be any good. There you go. There you go. Melee, two-handed. Melee NA is not particularly useful. 5 here. So he's going to be a bit of a brute. Not the most accurate. Perception. So he's got a few +5s, plus leadership, plus endurance. Okay, he's got some cool stuff. Right, let's try rolling again now. Great axe. Let's go. 21 damage. There you go. Nothing will ever be fine. So they basically, that hit would kill most people straight away. It's like, I don't know. I want some people to be terrifying in this, and this will be someone that is clearly like, please don't get hit by him. Because if our PC rolled -5 SL, they would take 26 damage. Good lords. Oh, a major demon. My player's reaction while at level 2, we charge. That was pretty much me last campaign, to be fair, and that's how I program my players. So it's on me. But right, there you go. So basically, a two-handed weapon in this is terrifying. So you'll have like, frenzy is going to be ridiculous on him. Yeah, go on. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun. It would be a case of like, you need to kill him or you die. So maybe don't fight him. So fine. I'm not going to make every NPC in front of you though. I'm going to do a bit what I've done with some of the other GM preppers. Show you a few and then, you know, go off that way. Let's drag all these here. I forgot you could do that. Ah, that's disgusting. I completely forgot you could do that. That's actually really helpful. God damn it. Gonna get my skills and spells, yeah. Skills and spells. Okay, we need prayers, because he's also a warrior priest, don't forget. Tal. What does Tal get? Blessing of healing. Ah, here we go. We have to go to the religion section. Cult of Tal, 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 Tal. Okay, leader of the Hunters Guild. Here you are, my good friend. We're going to do Blessing of Battle. +10 weapon skill is pretty good. Blessing of Breath. You do not need to breathe. That's kind of cool for hunting though, right? That's kind of cool. Okay. Blessing of the Hunt. Nah. Oh my god, when your next target inflicts a critical wound, roll twice and choose... Oh my god. That's disgusting. That is horrible. That scares the hell out of me. Okay. He's going to have Blessing of Hardiness. And he's going to have Blessing of Breath. Okay. So he can basically buff himself up to 70 toughness, which will be just silly. And we should probably... No. No, okay. We've broken them. Open sesame. Okay, maybe I've got too many. No. Okay, never mind. He's broken it. Sad face. Okay, we'll open these again from here. We're just going to go talents and... Oh, really? We've got a bug, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a bug? Okay, fine. I don't actually know how to get out of that, so I'll go to my doodah somewhere here. Okay, talents. I probably have stuff here. Step on it to kill the bug. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of all of those. Okay, that opens and closes. The Gladius power move. Restart. Okay, let's try that. Oh, I know what we can do. We can import all talents. Okay. So now we've imported all talents. What we can do is we can go here. And then we can go talents here instead. Fine. We'll work around this. Big on Falthod. Restarting would probably help. Give this guy Hardy. We'll give him Hardy 2. There you go. Oh, shit. Could I call him a large? No, he's not going to be large. That would be silly. That would be really silly. So he's going to have a large amount of hit points too. He's just basically a monster. His reputation is going to be a guy that has single-handedly wrestled a bear and killed it. He's not even from Kislev too, which makes it twice as impressive. Okay, so we've got him there. And what we'll do is the ram's head. We'll put this down the bottom. These guys aren't going to level up though, so basically they're going to stay pretty static, and my players, you know, as and when they feel brave enough, like assuming they want to fight him, maybe they want him to be an ally, maybe they like him, I don't know, that's up to them. That's up to them and whatever they do in this town, which is probably going to involve getting themselves killed. Right, we're going to have we done the investigator yet? Lawkeeper, halt. Yes, we have. We've started anyway. Okay, so he's fairly beefed out. Let's make the barman for the rat hole, and let's finish the rat hole while we're here. So, barman for rat hole. I'll give them names later, but I don't want to give them a name now and then forget where they go. So for now, he's called barman for the rat hole. Okay. /CHAR. Let's just roll human. There you go. Not bad rolls. Yep. Seems that just everyone rolls better than you thought. To be fair, it's only his ballistic skill that's fairly good. And his initiative, and his dexterity, and his intelligence and fellowship. But aside from that, he's only got 8 wounds actually, though. Yeah, okay, so he is a bit weak. Okay, I'm going to put him as a bit older too. He's pretty old as far as people are concerned in this world. Now, can I, for the love of God, get to the careers? What happens if I open this? Oh. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days then. Fine, I'll tell you what I can do instead. Firstly, let's roll him skills. Savvy? No, he'll get a bit suave. Okay, supernumerate, sure. Lightning reflexes. I mean, sure, he needs it. And cool-headed. Fine. Language wastelander and melee basic. That'll do. That'll do. Then we can go roll a career. What was he? He was a swindler before he did all of this. Oh, he's actually... I've rolled him as an actual character. Oh, there you go. So he's completed his life as a swindler. Sleight of hand. Fair enough. I like that. I like that. Let's oh, he's a charlatan, isn't he? That's good. I like that. Yeah, I know. 56 in Warhammer is pretty damn old. It's pretty damn old. Entertain storytelling. There you go. Consume alcohol is going to be pretty high because that's going to be what he does with most of his time. Yeah, I know. Plus 15. Like he's invested. Oh. Coke on the floor, Coke on the floor, Coke on the floor. It's alright, problem solved. Coca's no longer on the floor. Fairly entertaining. A little bit of that. A little bit of haggle. That'll do. That'll do. Barman for rat hole. Human species, gender. Oh, I tell you what I can do is I can actually just generate him a name. What do I need? Ah, male. Required field name. Species, swindler, human, male. Hair colour. Normally you click this and it will generate a name. So, fine, we're going to have to come up with a name the old-fashioned way of going on a name generator. We'll go with... Oh, should we go with like an Irish name? Let's do it. No, we don't want to stereotype Irish drunk. That's racist. There's no Irish drunk people anywhere in the world. They don't exist. How about a Danish name? Okay, he's just going to be Ibsen. Ibsen? Nah. We could call him Borg. What do you guys think? Let's have some names. Irish is not a race but a nationality. Well, yeah, it's I don't know. Beak, Hjorth, Brand, Lawson. More male names. Horg, Sommer, Danielson, Villerton, Heinrichsen, Dalgard, Havid, Blanche. I like some of these names. Danish names are cool. Okay. Bjork. Bjork. Bjorn. Bjorn makes me think of Vikings, though, and it makes me feel that someone's very competent. This guy's absolutely miserable and drunk most of the time, so I do need this name to resemble someone who's a bit on the drunk side. It's Casperson. Brune. Darm, Bull, Burn. Let's look up German names, actually. German names, I think, would be more helpful. A, B, C, D, E, F, then comes the G. Oh, where's G? Ah, mouse wheel down. German names. There we go, because this is Reichland. Frank. Hackle. Could be a Hackle. It could be Kruger. Matthias. Christopher. Isaac. Matteo. They're all good names. Raoul. Vincent. Schlesinger. Grabner. Grabner? It sounds too handsy. Klaus. Otto. I might just call him Otto. Otto seems simple enough. Olaf Scrum. Gunther. Oh, Gunther's a good name too. Gunther is a good name. I like that. It needs to be Piet. Pete? Piet? Dominic? Jorg? Yannick? I'm just going to call him Otto for now. I'm going to stick with Otto for a bit. Olaf. Olaf. Oh my god, I could call him Oleg. To troll a former Discord member. I think he's still in there, but he's basically dead to me. He hasn't spoken in like 3 years in the Discord. Hope you're doing well, Oleg. Soren? Soren. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to go with Soren. Soren. Thorsten. Or Thorsten? Nah, he'll be Soren. Rogel is a pretty pathetic name. We had a Rogel. Bjork. Okay, anyway. Right, he's got a name. He's got his brass 3. I can't believe he's brass 3 as well. Cardship. Diceman, yes. Card Shark, yes. And luck. There you go. Trappings. What we can do as well, before we forget... Yoink! Right, that's what I really like about the system, because I can do that so easily, and then I can click on that. The players can't, but I can. And so I can see their stats. And if the players is making all the screenshots right now, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Right. 5 pennies. Guys are making plans as to who to pickpocket, I reckon. Right, so now we need to go to trappings and realise that it's still not working. Oh my god. Okay, bear with me a second. We're going to restart. God fucking damn it. What happened? What button got pressed? Okay, well, let's... Foundry, virtual tabletop. Do. Please still work. Do. There we go, display capture. Borghaven. I need to rename the world. Mr. Borghaven. Right, join game session. Is it going to work? There we go. Well, we got the dramatic music back, which we can turn off. Let's see if we still have Soren. There we go. Right. Zoom. Let's get rid of dramatic music and replace that instead with adventure. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Not quite so, well, headachy, really. Right, now we're going to go to trappings. What's he going to have? He's going to have a pint. He's going to have a baton? No. Boiled leather breastplate. No. Resist Hydra. He's going to have boots. He's going to have boots. He's going to probably have a sick bucket, but we don't have to put that on his inventory. He'll have clothing, so he will be wearing clothes. He'll have a coat. This isn't like Newcastle. People actually have coats. Okay, digestive tonic. That's hilarious. Okay, and I am going to go through this and make some minor changes to a lot of the stuff I've done. Just because for you guys watching, I want you to have some surprises, but it will be like pretty much the same. I might just like add an extra talent or something here and there. Or take something away. Gloves, so he's going to have like knuckled gloves, I think, knuckleless gloves. Hand weapon. Will he have a hand weapon? I think he'll just have like an improvised weapon. So you're going to have a dog? No, I don't want a dog. No. He's going to have a key. He's going to have a knife. He's going to have... let's give him a legal document and a leaflet. And let's give him some leather stuff. Madcap mushrooms. A monkey. There you go. That's what you need. Jesus, you actually have to buy nails in this game and they cost 2 pennies. That's hilarious. I love it so much. I love how much work you have to make your players do to get anything. Like even just to buy rags. Penny. You know, they're only a penny, but you still have to earn a penny. You could probably beg and try and get a penny within a couple of hours, and there is actually a mechanic for begging, which is... we'll give him a pouch. Give him a pouch. I'm just looking for leather and just seeing if there's anything else that would be... we'll give him unarmed. A whip. Wine, spirits and drink. Wooden teeth. No, that's let's go with leather. Is that the one with the full body or just a little bit? Okay, no, I'm just going to give him a leather jerkin. There we go. And I think that'll do. Like, I don't want him to have too much. And a pouch. Of course, a pouch. Pouch confirmed. There we go. Leaflet. Legal document. Key. Right. That looks good. Right. We're going to do goods. This place will do. Items. So trappings will do meal. Meal from the bakery. Duplicate. Meal in the rat hole. Oh, hole's got a G in it now. It's very silent. Okay. There you go. Meal in the rat hole. That's now outside of there. Now, 1 silver. Let's make the rat hole food a tiny bit cheaper. So 0. Gonna make it 10 pennies. However, it's going to come at a cost, okay? I am not going to tell you what it is. Oh, no, hang on, cancel that. Right. Let's just do this. Description common, food and drink. This possibly the worst food. But you can afford it. There you go. That's going to have some special rules to it. And that's okay. There you go. Now we're going to have a room. How much is a room, actually? Room? A common room for a night is 10. Yeah, okay. So basically it's going to be assumed within the campaign that the characters are staying within here and it's already paid for by their careers. I'm not going to fart about with them parting with money. I have a few plans in place to try and fix a lot of the medieval issues of this sort of system. So unless there's something specific that's needed for whatever's going on that session, shopping-wise, you're going to buy it between sessions. That's going to be one of the rules. So anything you want to buy between sessions, follow the rulebook, buy it between sessions, not during a session, and have everyone wait while you're looking at the rulebook deciding which item you like the look of. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And if you do need to buy something, I'm just gonna give it to you, and then you can figure out after the session and argue among yourselves who paid for it. That's the rule. So shopping is gonna be quick. I don't want to spend. I will do the occasional narration if it's an interesting NPC, or if it's their first time going to the shop, or if they want to do some investigating in the shop. But if it's just, I just want to go buy something quick, you're going to go buy something quick. That is the plan. So that is going to be, we're going to assume it's there. However, there may be occasion where we need to buy ale. Ale duplicate. Ale pint. The rat hole. And that's going to be only 1 penny. It is going to be a lot cheaper than anywhere else. But there'll be a reason why. That's all I'm going to say. I might put it in the title, actually, how much it costs. Seems like a reasonable thing. 3 gallons. Okay, so for 3 silver, the entire table can drink all night long. So that's good to know. But we'll change this to ale pint, ale keg, duplicate. Actually, we just need to take that outside of here. Ale keg copy. The rat hole. There we go. 1 silver and 5 pennies. There you go. It's going to be cheap. It's going to be cheap. Ale keg. Oh. Ah. Damn it. Ah, it goes wherever the mouse cursor is. I always forget that. Okay. There you go. Reason. Get the party drunk. Yeah. Makes you shoot your pants. That will be one of the symptoms, Thorg. That will be one of the symptoms. Rat is cheap and rich in proteins. Yeah, absolutely. So there are mechanics in this game for when you sleep somewhere that's really crappy and when you eat somewhere that's really crappy. So we'll be using them. So, like, the players will be living here and such. But the theme of this campaign will be, what can we do to make this less crap? And what I will probably do is do a little bit of a description for each of the characters too. And this isn't just for me, because I would just generate like an idea in my head and describe that, but I'd like to put this out as like a sandbox other people can use with all of the info in it, where people can just kind of make up their own stuff. But there's, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff they can work with already, just to save campaign prep. So I can do like 5 maps with all of these bits in here, with all of the different weather settings, and I think that will be, you know, a nice addition to any fantasy players, you know, GM prep. Righto, let's have a see. So what are we going to make next? We've got another we've got us. Well, we've got a bocky. Let's make a bocky. /CHAR. Select a dwarf, and we need to make a bocky. Da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Bocky. Bocky's just such a dumb name. I'm sorry if that's anyone's actual name. It's an amazing name. It's just funny. NPC, create, skills. Yep. Okay, there you go, Bocky. Is he going to be... No, he's going to have a combination of careers, okay? We're going to make him more interesting. Let's first start here. Sturdy. Oh, you know what? Some of these are just going to be not worth adding, so... Strong-minded? Oh, I'll give him strong-minded. Fine. Let's just go straight to career. An artist. No. Reroll. Custodian. What's a custodian again? A warden, seneschal, a governor. Okay, take care of the stewardship of their employees' holdings, failing to improve or at the very least maintain. Okay, it's no. I want to re-roll again. Let's see what else he could be. How did he start off life before he went into this? He could have been a... We're going to have him be a little bit more talky. Talky. A river woman. He started off life as a river woman and then grew a massive beard and thought, I'm in the wrong trade. Servant, noble, envoy, duelist, artist, advisor, watchman, townsman. Oh. Okay, I think I've got it. Engineer. Right. Engineer. Student engineer. Yoink. Brass 4. Okay, and then we'll put him up to like master miner as well. D. So we're going to have an engineer in town. Right. We're going to go with careers. Where are you? Careers. I need some shortcuts for these. Oh, that's what I was going to ask me, man. Have shortcuts to open these individual things. I would just love to press the T button, or Control T, and bring up trappings. That would be so good. So good. So we've got a student engineer, but what's the next one? Okay, just regular engineer. I mean, duh. Just regular engineer. Okay. And master engineer. He's going to be a little bit lower down than his brother. And where are your stats, sunshine? Jesus. That's not bad. Okay, well, sure, neither of them are going to be particularly fellowship-based. So he's currently training as a master engineer. Good lord, right, okay. We'll get rid of artistic. Get rid of... We'll get rid of strong-minded. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Oh, my word, okay. Okay, we'll get rid of orientation because it's not strictly necessary. Okay, and he's going to be really good with black powder weapons. Okay, we got this. This is going to have some depth. Oh, hell yeah. So I'm making all the depth there just because it's also a fun exercise, and the players will probably never interact with 95% of it, which is absolutely fine. However, we do have a central theme that the party want to try and improve the town. That's the only thing that I'm saying to players, well, you know, maybe if we can stick around this theme, you can go to other towns, like if you want to earn money, but let's work around this. For a gunner, his ballistic skill... Oh, Jesus, yeah. Okay. No one saw that, right? I think you were just... you were mistaken, Khan. That's actually ballistic skill on the right side, and that's weapon skill on the left. There you go. He's a really good gunner. Really good. Yep, good job he's so good, right? Trappings. Right, clothing. Oh, the other guy didn't have armor. Bald leather breastplate. Leather leggings, leather skull cap. Clothing. Sack, saddlebag, satchel, shoulder, sling bag. That's what I'm looking for. Do you remember what they're called? Okay, fine. Shot. Small shot and powder. And a pistol. Yeah, a repeater pistol. He's going to be that guy. French tickler. Which does mean we can get rid of the road. Yeah, your allergies are acting up. Nah, don't worry, I'm sure it's just gas. It's fine. Ah, dear. Small shot and powder. Okay, so the shot and powder can go here. You can wear that. And he's going to have documents and paper. And a dagger. There you go, repeater pistol and a dagger. Talented man. He also doesn't need to, we don't need to worry, oh. Yeah, we don't need to worry about reloading because he's got repeater, so he can basically just keep shooting. He's also going to be a crafty engineer as well with a decent dexterity, so that would be kind of cool. Cool. What we'll do is we'll bring up this guy because I also want to give him some trappings. Bald leather breastplate, leather leggings, leather skull cap. Will they have mail? Sure, I'm just going to give him some mail. I mean, he's a dwarf. Mining. Ah, I know what we want. Pick. Hang on. Is that what I'm thinking? Tools and kits? No. Two-handed. There we go. There's your pick. There's your pick. Good lord, that's such a scary weapon. Strength bonus +5. Like, it's not crazy, but it's got damaging and impale, which is so scary, right? So impale has twice the chance to crit, and damaging is kind of like you can swap your SL for your unit digit if the unit digit is higher. So you could get an SL of 9 all of a sudden. Like if I get this guy to just roll a couple times with his pick, 19 damage. Yep, standard. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, you don't want to get hit by that, because if he ends it in a double or a 1 or a 0, it's a crit, and you're probably going to die. Right, that's cool. Okay, so now he's got some stuff. Does he have any melee two-handed, though? Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Wow. The two-handed axe does a lot more damage, I think. But anyway. Right. So now we've got Azil, and we'll have Bocky, 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 Bock, 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 Doink. There we go. That's Bocky. Now, I haven't finished writing that one, but that'll do for now. Tinker tools and heavier tools for engineer. Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, good idea for tools. Tools, tools, tools. Now we can bring them up here. Trade tools. Okay, well, he's got trade tools, which is basically... Oh, should we give him a little hammer as well? Give him a little hammer. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. That's all we need there, I think. How exactly do all of these gladiators have a problem with raids? That's assuming that the raiders aren't also terrifying, Thorg. You'll be fine, don't worry. The town, in terms of the canon of the town being raided, how I'm going to put it is that people going to the town and leaving the town are quite frequently raided and attacked. But the actual town itself, for a while at least, has been relatively safe as it's been building up. But that being said, the lands around the area, including the shepherds, etc., are having a bit of a rough time of it. Mostly the guys to the west are having some issues in the mountains with particular type of issue, and those having to go out into the woods to forage for food are also having issues because, well, there's not enough food in town. So the Tarlites are doing a fairly good job of warring against whatever they find in there, but you know, they're going to be suffering losses and constantly recruiting new people to their cause. There'll be some other stuff going on, but I can't really tell you much more. But what I'll do is I'll do a summary before we start, so everyone's got... Right, let's do a description of the dancing lamb and show you how we do a description. So what we do to start off with is we go to a website which generates descriptions, which is called Fantasy Name Generator. And then we go for a tavern description generator. We generate the tavern. And then what we do is we remove the formatting, though we can paste it in here and it will look hideous. And then somewhere here is clear formatting. That's better. Whoa! I don't want source code. There we go. That's better. Samir, is that the wrong colour? It's not blick. Right, let's just load that up again. Wrench is all important for bonking dwarfs. Truth, truth. But if enemies attack as well, they'll be attacking in sufficient numbers to cause issues. and with big scary bosses that are terrifying. You guys will have plenty of low-level stuff you can do. But if you choose to go and try and take down the barracks in the first session, you will get slapped all the way back to Africa. Right, so let's have a look at this. From the outside, it looks humble, enchanting, and folksy. I don't like those words. Let's change them. Humble, yes. From the outside, this two-storey building looks humble. Something and not folksy. Give me some words, guys. Like out of Africa. Back to Africa. Right. Okay, I'll let you guys come up with some words for this as to what this building looks like. This is going to be the dancing lamb where the farmers will get together, okay? And as we had discussed previously for their canon, the farmers were not really the most friendly to outsiders. They're quite a niche group, but they'll tolerate people coming in if they're putting a penny down. So, well, I like this song. It's nice. So you guys think of two words. Softwood and tree trunks. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna generate some more words for this tavern. More descriptions. Stacked boulders, no. Okay, hardwood planks. There you go. Hardwood planks. And softwood and tree trunks. No. No. Sandstone, no. Okay. Stone pillars. Make up most of the building. It doesn't look like hardwood planks though, does it? What do you call that? It's like plastered, isn't it? Anyway. All right, make up most of the building's outer structure. It's difficult to see through the, well, raised windows because they're on the second floor. It's not difficult. It's impossible to see in through the raised second floor windows. But the enthusiastic noises from within can be felt outside. But the enthusiastic singing from within can be felt outside. There you go. They're going to be into their folk songs, so they're going to do a little bit of sort of nice rejoicing and chanting and such, and all will be merry and wonderful. I tell you what we'll do as well, so I would like to actually just make sure that I have cleared formatting, and if you ever want to clear formatting, it's nice and easy. You just paste here, delete your original, yoop, doink, doink, doink. There you go. And now you can be sure all the formatting is gone and the heretics have been driven out. The dancing lamb. And then what we'll do is we'll make this into a heading. Save that. Looks a little bit better already. Right. Okay, it's impossible to see through the floor window, but the enthusiastic singing from within can be felt outside. Those who enter the tavern through the thick decorative door are welcomed by a pleasant smell of mutton stew. I mean, of course it's going to be mutton, they're all shepherds. And, ooh, what should we give them? A menacing glare? And the menacing glare of the inhabitants. We're going to swap this around a little bit. We're going to move that down a little bit later. It's enchanting on the inside as it is on the out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to get rid of that because that sounds too much like stuff in the other ones. Okay. Rounded wooden beams support the upper floor. Torches. Inside provide. What will we call it? It's not going to be a welcoming light. It's going to be a warm atmosphere, but I'm not going to say torches provide a warm atmosphere. That's dumb. I'm not very good at creative writing, but this is why I use generators. Because I think at the end of it, you can get something half reasonable out of it. what I do is I just make some of the sentences sound reasonable, then put them all in an order together, and hey presto, you've got something that's actually half reasonable. So, rounded wooden beams support the upper floor, and the torches inside provide an animated. Yeah, okay, okay. An animated atmosphere. The walls are littered with all sorts of memorabilia. Though whether they're collected or donated is uncertain. I like that. We're going to keep that. The tavern itself is usually busy. We're just going to say busy. Travellers are usually welcome, especially those complement the stew. The primary clientele here, however, are the local shepherds of the Haga Crypt. Right, there you go. And we're going to spell check this all afterwards because, you know, this ain't going to work otherwise. Which is probably the best clientele for the owner of the Haga Crypts. Okay. Who have claimed this tavern as their regular drinking hole. I'm going to go through and change quite a bit of this. Several long tables are occupied by the by these locals, and maybe anyone else who wishes to join and share a tale. Locals, travellers, foreigners. Okay. And anybody else who wishes to share a tale. Okay. Okay, let's make this a more friendly place, because I don't want to have everywhere being unwelcoming. That's just a dick move by a GM. So this will be fairly welcoming, and this will be where lots of gossip is in town. Who wants to share a tale? And the other smaller... okay, so... Those who enter the tavern with the thick decorative door are welcomed by a pleasant smell of mutton stew. And the sight of merry dance. There you go. Well, this tavern's just changed. We'll change this to be the bartender X, because we're going to need to make a bartender who's going to be... I think we'll have a lady in this one, because we don't have any female bartenders yet. Or barmaids. And we'll go from there. She'll be lively and chatty and wholesome. Because we don't have one of those yet. Right, let's go back. The tavern is usually busy. Travellers are usually welcome, especially those who complement the stew. The primary clientele here, however, are the local shepherds of the Haga Crypts, who have claimed this tavern as their regular meat. We'll just go with regular meat. Several long tables are occupied, but are usually... I like it when it's all in the correct tense. Usually occupied by these locals, travellers, foreigners, and anybody else who wishes to share a tale. Okay. A mixture of these locals, travellers, foreigners, and anybody else who wishes... never mind. The other smaller tables are also occupied by people who are singing and dancing. Occasionally pulling unsuspecting waitresses amidst their dancing groups. Sure. Occasionally giving the owners... Oh, okay. Occasionally pulling... Oh, okay. An unsuspecting waitress. Let's have the main barmaid's daughter helping as a waitress amidst their dancing group. Even most of the stalls at the bar are occupied. Nobody else seems to mind more company. There you go. Doink. Right, that needs a bit of work, but that's not a bad framework for a tavern description in my books. And I think for taking, if you've got 5 taverns in town, actually having each of your players know the character of the tavern, I think is really, like, it's nice to separate them. So people know what the last stop is like. Let's go through the last stop. You can sit back and enjoy. I shall narrate. From the outside, it looks like an intimate, humble and modest inn. Stacks of logs and oak pillars give the building a welcoming appearance. Though it can be difficult to see through the high windows, the music is enough to draw the attention of most passers-by. Inside, travellers are welcomed by aromas of roasted meats and laughter, with the bartender's X often busily working up a sweat, though they are known to always spare a moment to welcome new guests. It is as engaging on the inside as it is on the outside, many patrons would boast, with well-crafted stone beams supporting the upper floors and the chandeliers hanging therefrom. The decor is elegant and popular with the locals. We're editing on the fly here. With the locals, though the furnishings are sparse. Though the furnishings sparse. Need to make more space for the town folk, according to X. The tavern itself is usually packed. Workers from all over town seem to be the primary clientele here, which could be seen to be the best sign you can get. I don't like that phrase, but we'll come back to that later. Several long tables are often occupied by separate guilds within the town, who, after having quite a few drinks, will become quite vocal about why their guild is more important to the town. The other smaller tables are also occupied by people who seem to be close to the owners, though they happily welcome among their midst any especially adventurers. Even most of okay, we're going to ditch that line because that's a repeat of what's in the other one. There we go. A little bit of editing to do at the end. But hey, what do you guys think? I'd be curious to know. Like, is this something you would ever use in a session, or is this just like complete overkill? I don't know. I like it. Because I can make each place slightly different. The rat hole, however, where the guys are from, is an absolute dump. So we'll give that a proper introduction on session 0, and I will be doing player introductions. Don't worry, we're going to introduce all of the characters. What I might do is ask every player to give me 3 sentences regarding their character. So, like, who they are, no, what they are, where they came from, and why they hate Tom. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Anyway, from outside this 2-story building. From the outside, this 2-story building looks humble. Okay, it looks humble. Stoic? No, it's not stoic. Cheerful. And, what else can we have? And clean. Humble, cheerful and clean. Hardwood planks and stone pillars make up most of the building's outer structure. Okay. Okay, that'll do. It's impossible to see in through the second. I know that the problem is with using this generator is every single one of your taverns will have the exact same format. But okay, just don't read 3 in a row and it's not a problem. It's impossible to see in through the second floor windows, but the enthusiastic singing from within can be felt outside. The enthusiastic folk singing from within can be felt outside. Those who enter the tavern through the thick decorative door are welcomed by a pleasant smell of mutton stew and the sight of merry dance. Barmaid X is often engaged in gossip, but still manages to welcome most with a hug. Oh, she's going to be nice. She's going to be big and round and saucy, giving out far too many hugs and really invading most people's personal space, especially those who aren't too keen. Will she hug dwarfs? Most likely. I'm guessing they would sort of bury their nose in cleavage. I assume a dwarf would be unhappy about that. That's up to the dwarfs to decide. Right. The tavern itself is... Okay. Rounded wooden beams support the ceiling because we're on the second floor of this second story inn. And the torches inside provide an animated atmosphere. Nice, there you go. Dewey, unhappy with buxom? I said thick, decorative, and all you heard was, okay. Well, Horace, I don't know what to say. An animated atmosphere. The walls are littered with all sorts of memorabilia and farming equipment. No. And tools. Now, we'll just put memorabilia. Whether they were collected or donated is uncertain. The tavern itself, the tavern is usually... Okay, we'll just say we're talking about the tavern, so the tavern is usually busy. Travellers are usually welcome. We don't have to have usually in 2 sentences in a row. Mostly welcome. Especially those who compliment the stew. And enjoy the music and tolerate the singing. No. And participate in the merrymaking. Now we're just going to put merriness. There we go. Does it change to an I there? I think it does. And the primary clientele here, however, are the local shepherds of the Haga Crypts, who have claimed this tavern as their regular meet. Several long tables are where you would find these locals, often mixed, often conversing with travellers, foreigners, and anybody else who wishes to share a tale. Okay, this is a gossip hub. I like it. The other smaller tables are also are usually occupied by people singing and dancing, occasionally pulling the unsuspecting waitress amidst their dancing group. Okay, so we need a young waitress. We need a little, like, you know, a little, not a flirt, someone young, like she'll be like 18 or so. Although that's like, she should probably have babies by then in this universe. I don't know. Can you even say that in 2020? Even when referencing medieval times, I don't know anymore. So we're going to go for the dancing. Okay, well, I'll just give her woman barmaid. NPC, there you go. Create actor. Right, /CHAR, let's roll. Okay, she is a human. Female. Salsa. How very exotic. Salsa. You've been cancelled. Liar. Okay, so what would a barmaid be into? Well, let's see what skills she has first. So she's not going to be very combat savvy, even though she's toughness 39. Jesus. Jesus. I'm going to round that up to 40 because I feel like it's a crime that it isn't. Oh my God, Lord. Lord Reichland. Okay. Lord Reichland. Savvy? No, she's going to go for suave though. Jesus Christ. Sixth sense. Okay, so she's going to have a nose for trouble. Oh, good Lord. Why don't we just give her the talent nose for trouble? Let's just give her the talent nose for trouble. There you go. So now she can basically tell if people are going to cause trouble. She's going to be a nosy busybody. So what the hell career makes sense for this? Career, a trapper. No, you're not going to be a trapper. That is kind of cool though. Career and reroll and choose. Right. What's going to make sense here? A riverwoman? Huffer? I mean, is it a merchant? A peddler? What's a peddler? Gossip, haggle, outdoor survival. I mean, they peddle goods, don't they? No, okay, so not a peddler. A guard, witch, racketeer, outlaw, grade robber, fence. What's a board? Okay, bribery, haggle, blather, gregarious. Okay, streetwise mercenary, listing goods. Nope, I can't remember what half of these are, so apologies why I have to refresh my memory. A bailiff, maybe? A servant, envoy, duelist, artist, advisor? I mean, we could just make a career. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, I think we might just... How about... Where's the peasant? There is a peasant here, right? Hang on. Where the hell... There was a peasant, I swear. So let's have a look. Career. What's like the maximum? A villager. Okay. A village elder. Fine, she's just going to be a villager. That'll do. Career, she's fully trained as a peasant. Fully qualified. And now she is a villager. Could she be a village elder? No, we're going to stop here because this is getting silly. Trappings. Not much. Okay, so what she's got. Charm. Highly charming. Consume alcohol, got a bit. Cool, drive, endurance, gamble, gossip. Highly gossip based. She loves a bit of gossip. So I'm going to roll gossip for her every now and again to see how she's got melee brawling for some reason. That's hilarious. Okay. Law Reichland, she knows. Okay. Law Local, she knows. Okay. She knows. That'll do. That'll do. I don't want to go too silly, but that's enough. That's enough. Right. Trappings. Clothing. There you go. Boots. Pouch. Wines, drinks, and spirits. I know, do we have to drag it in here? There you go. You can't drag it directly into the bag. Village elder. Yeah. Yeah, it's elder, not eldari. We don't worry about that copyright here, Mojo. We don't have to worry about that just yet. Book, art, cryptography. Oh, there's so many books. There's so many things. There's so many things. A candle. Oh, she's gonna have some. She's gonna have some chalk. What's that? Oh, it says ABC. That's cute. Okay. Why she got food in a pouch? I don't know, but she does. Okay, fine. That's what she's got. Gotta have protection, right? Ladies gotta have protection. So she's got some stuff here. Stone soup. Used to getting hit by less, and you know how to survive lean times. You can half the amount of food required without any negative penalty. Okay, she never eats, but she remains very curvaceous. Stealth test in real environments, no. Strong-minded, sure. She's strong back, fine. Okay, fine. She's not a fighter. She's tough as boots, though. She is actually a tank. Oh, we didn't give her a name, did we? Tomtown barmaid? Oh no, we did. It's Salsa. Doink. There we go. He's often engaging in gossip, but still manages to welcome most with a hug. Okay, she's going to be probably quite insufferable. Right, and she needs a daughter. She's going to have a young daughter. Salsa will be... I mean, she'll need to be old enough to have a child, won't she? It doesn't ask you the age. Marvellous. Perfect. Right. I need a button for this. Create new actor. I need a macro for this down here. NPC. Create new actor. Add basic skills. Oh, I didn't give a name, did I? Daughter. Just for now. NPC. Create. Add basic skills. There we go. Gender. Female. Right. /CHAR. There we go. Roll random. She is a human. Oh my god, everyone's just rolling. No, that's fine. She's not that good, but we're going to adjust these a little bit. She's going to be 30 intelligence, a little bit more sociable. She's going to have... We won't do trappings just yet because I want to do talents. Okay, she's attractive. She is attractive. ×2. She's very attractive. Whoa! Your strong fame, or maybe the way you flash your perfect teeth. You know how to make the best of what the gods gave you. When you successfully use a charm to influence those attracted to you, you can choose to either roll your SL or the number rolled on your unit's dice. Okay, that's cool. Attractive's nice. And we will go for career. We're actually going to roll random for her because she's going to be helping as a barmaid. You're loving how the town turned out. Yeah, thanks, Mojo. I think the town's just sweet. I really, really like it. I'm not many times am I super happy with what I've made, but yeah, this is. She will have savvy, actually. Not suave. I don't want her to be too intelligent. And she's learning to read and write. Why is she learning to read and write? Let's find out. She is a custodian. The hell. A warden. Let's have a little read here. Stewardship of their employers' holdings, failure to improve or at the very least maintain an employer's lands or provisions are often met with disfavour. In some instances, multiple wardens work together to keep their employer's estate in correct order. A warden's oversight. No, she's too young to be a warden. Nope, got to re-roll. Sorry, love. It's going to be a lot worse. Rogue, fence. A broker. She could be the one that buys all the stuff from the markets. Charm, dodge, evaluate, gamble, gossip, haggle. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, she's basically going to be, a broker. There you go. Job done. But her reason for being a broker is simply that she goes to town and buys all the stuff for her ma. We will give her a broker thing, though. Alley cat, card sharp, deal maker. Deal maker, maybe? Okay, yeah, she'll have deal maker. Talent. There we go. Okay, so we'll just give her a little bit in charm. Her one thing she's going to have going for, oh no, we'll give her charm animal because she's pretty. All pretty people charm animals, right? This is just kind of how it works. They're the only things she's good at in life. That's a lie. She's actually got fairly good rolls. Sorry, Thor, another NPC has outshines us all. Daughter is going to be named Werther. Wertherberg. Werther Bone, more like. Lols. Good lord, that's... On that note, on that bombshell, I'm going to go get a drink. I'm on water now. Not having any... And not having any ale tonight, because I've run out of Thor. Oh, what have I run out of? You have to say, Blanket Town? Yep. Oh, I thought you were pointing up to Mojo's comment, Thorg, and I was like, oh, yeah, I really like the town too. I really like it too. Thorg, we're going to look at your stats when we get back, but yours are fine. And you earn a gold crown every single week, assuming you only do one income endeavour. This poor lady, how much? She's silver 1. She'd have to work for like a year to earn a gold crown. A year. And chances are it would be nicked by then. So, that's all I'm saying. It's a hard nut. Right. No Wall Street. What do you mean Wall Street? Bunch of unfriendly OP jerks. Not all of them are OP. Worth a bone's not... I'm going to keep her name as Werther now. And that can just be the silly, immature joke that people will make. Werther what? Oh my god. Just going to get banned, aren't I? No! I said Werther. There you go. Right, Werther. I'm sorry for objectifying you, by the way, Werther. I don't feel bad, but I have to say that, otherwise I'll get in trouble. You are talented, though. Okay, perfect. Worth a boon. Town ain't got a gold crown, he says. Maybe needs a stock exchange to get this. Yeah. Yep. Right, and now we've got the dancing lamb. The dancing lamb has been created. Now. I think the general store owner... Oh, no, we don't have... Ah, yeah, that's right. Okay. No, I'm not making that NPC. There are some of them I'm not going to make here because there are things. The Carpenters Guild. So the Carpenters Guild's not going to be particularly good. We need to make bakery information. Okay, so I need to have a description for a shop. Okay, I'm going to let you guys choose what we do though. Would you like us to continue making NPCs? Would you like us to do descriptions? Or something else? We've still got lots to do. Like, we've got to do the Miner's Pick, which is another tavern. We've got to do the bakery. We have to do a description for that, which also does not have the right text. There we go. Now it's the correct text. Text is too small. What do you guys fancy? Majority will win. Making sure everyone's got the right text, otherwise it doesn't look pretty. There we go. The thing is, oh, there we go. Right, everything's now looking good. Docks correct too. Tarn Manor. Aha! The Temple of Raya. There we go. Yeah, we did that before as well. The once lauded building, known as the Temple of Raya, is now unrecognisable as nature has begun to reclaim it. Let's change that. Reclaim its... Nature has become to reclaim its... This... Unrecognisable as nature has begun to... Oh, we'll just stick with nature has begun to reclaim it. Random weeds and flora litter the narrow dirt path leading to this neglected place. The door is currently broken, rotten, and honestly, barely a door at all. Whether this was the work of recent looters, animals, or the elements is unclear, but to many it doesn't matter. The temple was once a pleasant and quiet place of worship, home to many friendly priests. It is now just an eerie shell of its former self, and something for the local fishwives to talk about. Dun dun dun! Okay, there we go. Save. Doink. Apparently, is Yala? Does Yala still exist? Hello, Yala. Yala ding dong. Yoink. Yoink. Save. Right. There we go. Hello, Adam. How you doing? Right. So we don't have any preferences on what we're doing, which is fine. I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing then. So we're going to go to... Should go to the Miner's Pick. Also, shout out to the boat here in the distance. I really like the way the anti-aliasing's done that. Like it, I like the fact when you zoom in far enough, it looks a bit like a painting. So I can zoom into this and like that looks perfectly adequate. And yet I can also zoom out to here, and then it actually looks really good. It looks really nice. I need to do all the different weather settings for it. So we can do autumn, we can do spring, we can just change the colours around a little bit. We can do daytime, misty, nighttime. I've added a few lights, so it's looking good. Right, what are we going to do? Pick a building. The dancing lamb is done. The dancing lamb is looking good. I tell you what we didn't do. We didn't finish it off with food. So let's do that quickly. Right, so we're going to go item. We're going to meal in duplicate. Meal in mutton stew. Okay, it's going to be slightly more expensive. 1 silver and 5. Okay, slightly more expensive, but it's worth it. Goods. Meal in mutton stew. I'll find a description. I'll find a description. I tell you what. Description of mutton stew. Okay, what is mutton stew? Preparation in which tough cuts... I don't want like a dictionary definition. I want someone that's really trying to sell me what is mutton stew like. Okay, let's try asking Google. What is mutton stew like? What we need is someone talking about mutton stew in an article so we can plagiarize it. Okay, medieval mutton stew. Medieval nobility in Europe were closely linked, blah, 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 blah. Take a fair mutton that has been roasted, mince it fair, put it into a poissonette, or else between two silver dishes. Cast thereto fair parsley, an onion small minced, and cast there. Okay, that'll actually feckin' do. That's awesome. Okay, why not? Why not? Like some say that you can do too much. I disagree. I completely disagree. There you go. That is actually just the recipe for the mutton stew. That's a medieval recipe. That's nice. That's nice. I like. That's a nice touch. Okay, slightly more expensive, but hey, there's a meal in mutton stew. And what we'll do is 1 and 5. So we can actually put the price afterwards, which is probably not a bad idea. And I can do... If I save that now... Yeah, I thought that might break it. Ah! Ah! Okay. Okay. I've got this. I've got this, guys. I've got this. There we go. Right, now it actually works. Good. We have fixed the problem. Right, now we need a pint. Ale pint. Ale keg, ale pint. Duplicate. We need to bring it down here, don't we? Ale pint. The dancing lamb. And that'll be the usual 3. Okay, that's 1 and 5. This will just be 3. 3 pennies. That's 1 and 5 pence. And that's 3 pence. Nice. Was expect the verst justified. We haven't actually done... Where is the sausage shop? No, we haven't actually done the sausage shop yet. Oh, let's do a room as well. Room... Services. Okay, and we'll just go for regular pricing. There you go. Regular pricing. That's the dancing lamb. Oh, this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it. Just create an endless amount of stuff. Oh, I love it. I just love it. So much effort and... Oh. It's what you need in life, though, right? Not only that, you need everything in italics. There you go. Now it looks more dated. Now, meal in mutton stew, own description. That's how we're doing it. The cookhouse we have here. Expect the verst can be like maybe here on the corner. That could be expect the verst, but it's too big for sausages. Okay, we're going to do expect the verst can be... I'm just seeing if there's any other buildings. Expect the verst here. That makes sense. Right, so we're going to do Tom Town. Expect the worst. Yeah, within Tom Town. Sausages. That'll do for a description for now. Where do you go? You're in alphabetical order, so maybe you would be here. Haha. Right, and we need text label. Expect the worst. Does it have an umlaut in there? Right, we're going to need food. Well, I think it will need to be a meat, won't it? Let's have a look. There's not exactly going to have a symbol for a sausage, are they? No. Let's just do that. 55. 80. And food? Yeah, I think it's just going to have to be food. There we go. We've got quite a lot of stuff going on. We've actually got an empty building here as well, so I think that'll just be maybe a block of flats. Maybe just like a coaching inn or something. We need residential stuff though. Like most places are inns, and I'm assuming that the inns are basically just packed full in communal rooms on the upper floors. So like everywhere here is going to be rammed full of people. But that's cool. I like this. I like a barrack. Yeah, well basically back in these times you'd have, like, if we pick a small little extension on the top of the tavern here, my expectation would be that there would be an entire family within this. There would be a family on the extension here, and there'd be a family here and a family here. So there would be like 4 or 5 families in one floor of a large building, and there might be a communal cook bit. That's my expectation anyway, having been to a few old stately homes in the UK. So I'm expecting 1 or 2 families for each one of these buildings. Good lord, the detail, man. I placed every single one of these things. That's so cool. I love the fact it looks like an old painting. Like the little jaggedy. More just looks like it's been printed, but still. It's kind of got like the texture of a canvas, which is what I like. Oh, and you can actually see the bridge in the background. That's cool. I like that. Right. It's just a shame I couldn't get an 8K video file, but that would have been ridiculous. Unfortunately, you can record video loops, and like the quality would have been phenomenal, and all of like the bits down here would have been moving and swaying in the wind. But the problem is the file size would have been absolutely ridiculous. Like I had to compress this because this was 100 megabytes. So I had to be like, whoa. Let's turn that down a little bit, because you can like see the bloody flowers. Like on a map that's this big, that's just silly. But it's so cool. It's so damn cool. Right. Yeah, so the problem is, Vess, it's not only that and I would only have a recording of 5 seconds, but the issue is, for some reason on Flowscape, and it's really annoying, that you can only record in upscaled resolution. So the way it works is I'm actually working on a 1440p monitor, but when you use their integrated export feature, let's call it, it upscales it, and then you get this ginormous like 8K resolution image. So that's why this quality is so good. I wouldn't be able to do this without that. This would just look shitty. So that's the benefit. But the video portion of what they have, which is ridiculous, because every frame that exports, and there's 30 frames per second, if you go for 30, is 100 megabytes. So, like, you're going to need, like, a ridiculous amount of space for a 5-second clip. You're going to need 30 frames every second. So you're going to need 150 frames for like 5 seconds. But the problem is as well, and this is one final problem with it, is it will only do that. It will only do that. And this is a pain in the balls if the camera is moving, which is pointless. Utterly pointless. So I have no way, I don't know how to do that. Basically, what I think you would have to do is have it moving at 60 frames per second so slowly, like really, really slowly, that it records such a small movement that you can kind of negate it by only having 1 second's worth and then putting it on repeat. I'll try it tomorrow. Yeah, you can record using OBS. However, the problem is the moment I zoom in, you will lose this level of detail. This detail is only here because it's an 8K image. Even a 4K image, by the time I zoom into here, is going to look a little bit bad. This is only because it's 4 times the resolution of a 1440p monitor. So that's the problem. As I bit the bullet, and I'd rather have my players be able to zoom in and look at the detail than have a video. Because the video itself is kind of, when you're this high up, it's kind of wasted anyway. You can't really see much happening, other than the shimmer of the water, which does look nice. But if I don't think you can get a good quality 8K video that's even 2 seconds long, that's less than a few hundred megabytes. I don't think so, but I'm going to try that later, because I'm really curious, because I'd love to be able to say, okay, I'd love to say that would work, but some of my players are like, will take half an hour to load the map, which is just not feasible. Really cool though, really cool. Shame about the little white border, but that also might be partially the weather setting kicking in. But we'll, I'm going to have a play of that, but not right this second. Tarm Manor. I'm going to do a description for that at some point. Bakery, fishing guild. Oh, should we make a fisherman? Okay, so we'll do a habadabadee. If you can layer water separately, you can split to like 3 parts and animate it, and then give the... yeah, that's a good idea, Greg. I don't think you can layer images on this, sadly. I mean, I can... maybe using a video editing software do something with that so most of the image stays still, but the water moves. Maybe? That might be a thing that maybe I could do. Like... have it half image and half video, because video files are much smaller when pixels are staying the same. So that might be an idea. That's a good idea, Greg. 10 Hydra points to Greg. Don't ask me what you can do with them. Oh, and I'll get a copyright strike, but I don't care. The moment one of my character dies, we're playing, or any of the characters die, we're playing this. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play that when someone dies. It's just so good. It's so good. Tea? Yeah. Have a tea. Have a tea bag. On me. Right. So, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Yeah, you get it. You get it. We're doing a fishing guild. Right, we need a description generator. Okay. Right, we're going to go for description generator, and I'm going to do a... do we have a guild generator? No. Tavern description. Society description? Let's try a society description. And a... okay. Right, okay, so this is describing nations. No, let's not go for that. I think maybe if we adjust a town description. So, like, here's an example of one I've just generated. And, of course, we'll get rid of all that. And maybe we can edit this to make it seem sensible. See you around, Greg. Take care, bud. Constructed on the banks of the river Tarm. Are we talking about the build or the guild? Talk about the guild. The guild. What should we call them? Fishing guild. I need a good name for a fishing guild. I think from Metro Exodus they were the followers of Tsar, weren't they? You follow the Tsar fish. That was funny, to be fair. That was funny. Good name for fishing guild. Come on, Google. The Anglaholics, Bass Bazookas, the Tackle Strike, the Real Hookers. Okay, fishing team names. Let's see what we can find here. Come on, come on. The Net Aliens, no. The Gods of Rods, no. All of them are rubbish. I need something more medieval. There you go. Someone's looking on Elder Scrolls. The Tarmian Hookers. There you go. The Legendary Master Baiters. No, 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 no. What can we do? Come on. Real Hookers. I need something that seems more fitting. I really like it, but... Oh my god. Okay. 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 Got it. Cod in a landslide. I may change it. I may change it, but I'm pretty happy with that. Ah, dear. Right, a little bit more of a look. Sees the carp. Rod squad. Flounders. Fish fingers. Nuclear fishing guild. Okay. Okay, so their god will be... It won't even be Manan, because that's a god of the sea. So... It won't be Boganhour either, because that's the wrong frickin' Targanhour. I mean, should we just make a deity that they worship? Yeah, we're just going to make a new deity. They worship Tarm. Turmeric? Tarmanor. Chaos god. It could be. It could be. The chaos god of fish. Okay, okay. For now, fishing guild. Okay. Constructed often the banks of the river Tarm. Reliant on the trade. Reliant on the... River Tarm. And its many... is it an estuary that feeds into a river? No, that's where a tide meets. Okay. Many streams? What do you call offshoots from a river? Cliffs? No, I don't want that. Distributary. Okay. Okay. Distributary. That's got to be IES, surely. Distributaries. The Guild of Tarm's Fishing Guild. I think they will just call themselves a fishing guild. Oh, good lord, it's actually saved that. Oh, there we go. That's better. Masturbators is a viable option. It's a viable option. Fishing guild. Okay, Tarm's Fishing Guild. It's home. No, not to dwarves. To some 40 fishermen and women. They're fishermen and fisherwomen, but yeah. Led by the guild leader is okay. We'll just make a random person for the guild leader. Okay. This description's not not helpful at all. I will follow the format though. Relying on the River Tarm and its many distributaries, Tarm's Fishing Guild is home to some 40 fishermen and women. Okay. Established. Down. The Guild House of said. The primary docks. And oh no, what do you call it? It's not a coaching inn. The one, the like a riverbank inn. What would you call that? Oh, we'll just call it a riverbank inn. The primary docks and water inn. I'll put question marks there. It's located. Lock house. Nice. I like that. Lock house. It's located 1 mile downriver. Though within the town of Tarm, there is a small number who choose to still live among Okay, we need to retype that. Reliant on the River Tarm and its many distributaries, Tarm's Fishing Guild is home to some 40 fishermen and women. The primary dock is located though their lock house and dock is located 1 mile downriver. A small number of the guild still choose to live within the town of Tarm. Okay, right. Where they own their warehouse? Is this going to be a warehouse? Yeah, okay, it'll be a warehouse. On the live within the warehouse. Live within the guild's warehouse. On the banks of the River Tarm within the town. That'll do. The guild. Okay, I've got this. The guild itself. I will punctuate later. Predates. Almost predates the town. Okay. I think we can probably pass on doing a description of the boathouse. We'll do that a little bit further up, so we'll put an image of that like up here. Do we need a description of the guild here? So I feel like I should have a tag for the Fisherman's Guild and just have this as a tag for the building. Oh, okay. That's a job for tomorrow. That's a bit too much. Let's have a look at... Oh, God, I haven't done any of the shops yet, have I? I have got people that work in the shops, however, and stuff in here. So that we're actually not doing bad. I've done nearly half of this. And that's pretty good, right? We've got a few NPCs. Some of them I can improvise on the day. But we're doing fine. What would be easy to do? We've got the Miner's Corp. Let's finish doing the Miner's Corp. I'm bouncing around a little bit here, but hopefully for you guys it makes it a little more interesting too, so you don't see me typing one paragraph again and again and again, because I'm, well, just not good at creative writing. Or not as good as I'd like to be, at least. The outside of this building looks to be the most sturdy in town. It has been built with chiselled stone and has oak wooden decorations. Low squared windows, small in size, grant a glimpse of the internal stone floor and stone slab table. Zzz. If one weren't familiar with the influence of the Imperial Dwarf, it would not matter, for the deep bellowing noise made from the raucous debates held within are sufficient to announce their presence. Perfect. Two twin dwarfs currently own the miner. Two twin brothers. Two dwarven... Is it V or F within fantasy? I always forget. Own the town's mining operation. The majority. Their staff living within lodges at on site at the mines. Okay. Within the town, twice per week, the brothers return to... Okay, yeah, twice per week the brothers return to this... What's this building going to function as? Is it going to be just like an office? This office, in order to communicate with other prospectors, scouts, and advisors, all with the single aim of finding, of striking it rich and earning glory, fame, honor. So just striking it rich. There we go. Two dwarven twin brothers. Azrael and Bocky of Clan Gronak, or Grunkrook, sorry, own the town's mining operation. Within the majority of their own the town's mining operation. Full stop. They employ some 100 staff in total, primarily exporting coal. Of whom live within lodges on site at the mines, where they are currently scraping a living by exporting coal. Okay, twice per week the brothers return to the office in order to communicate with other prospectors, scouts and advisors all with the single aim of striking it rich. Locating silver. There we go. So we'll go Azrael. And we'll get Bocky. Oh dear, I love your names. Okay, well that's kind of goofed that in the middle there. That's cool. What happens if I do this in italics? Does it break it? Hey, there we go. It still works. Fantastic. Absolutely glorious. How's the Discord doing, by the way? I was wondering if anyone wants to make characters. I think everyone's made a character. Right. There we go. No, it's just us at the moment. Cool. Right. Bocky Grunkruk, we can delete. Okay. What can we put up here? The building could well be a perfect square. No. Get rid of that. The extension extends into the... okay. The extension of this building. Yes, Alien has made a character. He has made an investigator who is particularly good at telling you what killed people or making it up. It is quite hard to tell the difference. The extension of this building extends. Forms the only granary within town. Just large enough in size to provide the mining guild with sufficient grain for their mules. The mules of the mining guild with sufficient grain for their carts. It's not really for the carts. There's sufficient grain. There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. The second floor is bigger than the first, which creates several overhanging parts on one side of the building. Nope. It's going to be... Get rid of that. Inside, the ceiling is high and V-shaped, with large beams crisscrossing in... Is he better than Mr. Holt? No chance. No chance. The NPCs in the town are much better than the PCs currently. Not all of them. There will be lots of bad NPCs too. I'm just making the more notable ones. But like the town's like chief of crime, the lawkeeper, can't be like worse in combat than the average citizen. And unfortunately, the parties in this game are like average citizens, and their journey to rise up. After a few sessions, they'll be better than the average person, but not as good as some of the specialised. But to begin with, they'll have to be somewhat more cautious and use their heads, which is how I'd like it to be. I'd like the world to seem deadly and terrifying. And because it is, and it's Warhammer as well, which is awesome. Inside, the ceiling is high and V-shaped, with large beams. Okay, with large beams. Overhead? I'm just trying to think of something to fill here. Small chimney pokes out the side. The far right of the building, with the fire nearly always lit. There you go. How many players do we have in total? About 9, I think. About 9. But the majority will only be playing like once a month. So this won't be a series where you'll be able to follow a consistent 4 players. This will be whichever 4 or 5 players are available that week. So if you watch like 5 sessions, you'll see a lot of overlap. But it won't necessarily be, oh, last session we achieved this, so now we have to do this. It'll be like, it might be pretty different people. There'll normally be some overlap, so there should always be like one person the same, although that person may vary. You know what I mean. It's going to be different, but inside the ceiling is high on V-share. I don't like that. We're just going to get rid of that. Sufficient grain. The building... The outside of the... Okay. At the back of the building. Is the guild's warehouse and storage, where the majority of carts and equipment are secured and guarded. 3 of them will not survive the first 2 games. Well, I think... I'm not particularly happy with that, but it looks better at least. They would be very brave to go into combat straight away. So it depends what they want to do, but they will most likely... I have an idea. For a start. I have an idea of something that will thrust them into it a little bit, but without being too, like, here's what you got to do. So, we'll see. We'll see. Because I don't want to have it start, your group is in a tavern, but equally, I don't want to start in a, here's something you guys have to do situation. So, I have ideas. I have ideas. Right, let's do one more read over this, and then we'll move on. The outside of the building looks to be the most sturdy in town. The outside of this building looks to be the most sturdy in town. Happy with that? It has been built with chiseled stone and oak wooden decorations. And boasts oak wooden decorations. And okay, and oak wooden decorations. Low squared windows, small in size, grant a glimpse of the internal stone floor and stone. I'm happy with the first bit, really. Well, let's just skip to the second. 2 dwarven twin brothers. So-and-so and so-and-so of Clan Grungrak. Own the town. Okay. The guild is owned and run by 2 dwarf twin brothers, something and something of Clan Gronak. They employ some 100 staff. They currently employ some 100 staff. At last count, they employed some 100 staff in total, the majority of whom live within lodges on site at the mines, where they are currently scraping a living by exporting coal. Though the miners pick, put that in brackets because it's going to be a tavern. The miners pick within town acts serves as a welcoming retreat for those who have earned leave. Okay, there won't be much, so I know what you're thinking, like, you don't get holiday pay in medieval times. No, you don't. You probably work 6 days a week, maybe 7. I'll do it, so like once a fortnight they're given a day off, and they rotate it. So there's normally like 10 to 15 of them within the Miners Guild barracks, and not barracks, the Miners Pick. So, but it will basically change every week. If you went there every day for 2 weeks, you'd see different people every day. So it's going to make it quite difficult to make regular friends. And as a result, most people wouldn't choose to go there on a regular basis. This is just like their lodge. The majority of whom live within lodges on site at the mines, where they are currently scraping a living. We'll stick with that. On site at the mines. Though, the miner's pick within town serves as a welcoming retreat for those who have earned any leave. Okay. Right. It was some exciting stuff before your finished work. Going to watch the first half of this vid tomorrow at some point. Yeah, we have some good stuff in there. I'm pretty pleased. We've done some NPC creation, so yeah, it's good. Within town serves a welcoming retreat for those who have earned any leave. Twice per week, the brothers return to this office to communicate with others, but locating silver. In the meantime, half of their staff are dedicated to exporting coal. I don't need to tell this. This is fine. Currently, however, their major export is coal. So you guys know, as a bit of background information, they're really struggling for money. They're not doing very well. They're basically just earning enough to keep afloat, but probably getting into sinking personal money and riches into it pretty quick. Having 100 staff is not necessarily easy, so they're having to export large amounts of coal. How the coal gets in the river, feckin' only knows. I assume that they'll go down here and use the docks. That's the only thing I can assume, and the barge will have to fit under this bridge some frickin' how. The extension of the building forms the only granary within town. Let's put this, because I want to do the building first before I talk about the guild. So we'll see if that makes a bit more sense. And that's their presence. Extension of the building forms the only granary within town. No, I think that might have actually made more sense where it was. Because we talk about announcing the presence of dwarfs, and then we discuss them. I think it makes sense. As a note, no, that'll do. The Miner's Corp is looking better. So now we have the Miner's Pick. Let's find somewhere we can make an NPC. We've got the Rat Hole, and we've got Soren. So we've got the prices as well here. So that's completely done. We've got the dancing lamb. I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't filled in the prices of the rat hole. So this is 10p. Right. Pint of ale was 1, and a keg is 1 and 5, but 1 and 5 would last you a long time. Pint would be 1p and would be 1.5p. There we go, 1 and 5. 1 bob and 5, please, and that looks good. Doink, 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 doink. Okay, we could do the cookhouse too. Right, let's find a description for the cookhouse and see if we can get that sounding a bit better. So we'll find a description generator will come. The outside looks cheerful, clean place. Okay. Let's go with this. This is going to be a bit messy to start off with. The rat hole got a downgrade. Oh, it's always bad. There you go. I'll leave you the rat hole there if you want to read it for a second. Oh, it's good. I'll tell you what. I'll narrate it because it is where the setting is. From the outside, it looks disturbing, cold, and even bleak. Loosely stacked stones and damp timber studs make up most of the building's outer structure. Prospective patrons often struggle to see through the dirtied glass window, but the dire mood from within can easily be felt from the outside. Faced with a stiff wooden door on rusted hinges, travellers strong enough to brave this test are then often dissuaded by the horrific scent and aromas of what might be described as food. Hopefully. And if this is not enough, the bartender and landlord Soren has a reputation of not only sleeping behind the bar, but being preferable, or that being preferable to when he is awake. Truly, it is as horrible on the inside as it is on the outside. Rot-infested beams support the upper floor, and the broken fans attached to them. Floorboards attached to them. There we go. Floorboards attached to them. The walls are decorated with mounted animal heads and small rodents, though most have become worn and decrepit, giving the place a particularly unwelcoming feel. The tavern itself is surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, not popular with the locals, but few patrons inside could be anybody really, but whoever they are, most would suggest staying away from them. But with all that being said, there is one redeeming feature, one reason patrons return: the ale is cheap. And Lamb was in the shitty place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've moved the location. Yes. Basically, it's on the periphery of town. This was too nice. This building was way too nice. So this is basically where they have a roof repair currently going on. Like, it's not in a good position. And it's not in good condition, and it's right next to the Carpenters Guild. So basically, the people that sleep there will be kept awake all night by carpenters. And during the day, you just have to listen to hammering. So basically, it's turned into the dump that I kind of set out wanting it to be. So glorious dump confirmed. Right, so we're going to return now to the cookhouse. But the nice thing about this map and this system is if the guys decide that they want this to become a glorious place and they want to kick the Carpenter Guild out and make them move elsewhere, not only can I drag this and just change it, I could blend these two buildings together and put a tower in the middle and they can turn it into one huge building. I could take away that tower and replace it with like a nice little shack or something, which could be a coal shed that they've invested in. That's assuming that they might just decide, like, let's find another pub, this is horrible. They might decide to go elsewhere. However, it's the cheapest place in town. So that's why they're all there, and I would say that hopefully they'll have some fondness for it, and, you know, we'll go from there. Right, the cookhouse. From the outside... Let's have a look at the actual building of the cookhouse too, just for some ideas. Okay, not absolutely huge. Maybe let's do it here. Yeah, it makes sense. It's in the middle of here now, so we've got an empty building here. It can be just large residential. Let's have a look. The cook's house. We'll turn that into a heading. There we go. Oh, well, I made a wood elf as well earlier, Captain. We rolled a random wood elf, and I promise you there is a wood elf somewhere. Maybe not in the town, maybe on the outside, I'm not going to say. But there is a wood elf. Who's actually a lord. A lord wood elf. Kind of strange, but there you go. Right, from the outside it looks cheerful, clean and peaceful. And welcoming. Cheerful and not but yeah. Cheerful, but unclean. And in need of refurbishment. Timber and huge huge tiles make up the face of the building. No, timber and two crude stonework make up the face. Make up the structure. Yeah, we'll stick with it. Of the building. It's hard to see through the darkened windows. Let's actually ignore that line because we've got too many of those because it's the same damn format every time. Structure of the building. The front boasts an impressive double door. An impressively large wooden double door. We'll just put door. An impressively large wooden door that is usually open to provide better ventilation. Which is normally open with locals meeting at its step. Okay, there we go. As you enter the tavern, okay. Though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal... Let's make the people here less dickish, right? Some people are actually quite nice in a communal pot. Oh, go on. We'll have the halfling. Actually, should we have the halfling work here? Okay, possible halfling. We have a halfling chef in our party, right? We actually have a halfling chef. The stereotype. I'll ask him if he wants to work here or if he wants to work in the rat hole. It's up to him. They have in a communal pot. Though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. Often the creations are somewhat improvised. Though the locals... Okay, the locals have created some... Okay, we got this. Created some notable signature dishes. Some will even share their recipes for a penny. Nice, I like that. It's a nice touch. Okay. Though there are no formal staff who work here, the owner of the building... Will there be an owner of this building? No, this will just be like... Oh dear. Imagine if someone wanted to buy this. Imagine if the Lord wanted to buy this, the cookhouse. Everyone will be kind of stuffed. I like it. Room for another inn. Okay, we're gonna... Yep, okay. Those who work here. Though the building has no formal owner, it is, quote, allowed in light of the taxation. heavy taxation the villagers pay. Okay, no. Though the building has no formal owner, a tax of a penny per head, per foot, per head is made for those wishing to enter. Something, okay, and we'll have it loosely, something loosely, what's the word? Loosely enforced. Okay, something poorly enforced. Okay, though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. Often the creations are somewhat improvised, though the locals have created some... we need another word there. Concocted some notable signature dishes. The locals are known, have begun to spread word of some popular signature dishes. Some will even share their recipe for a penny. Though there are no formal staff who work here, the bill and the okay. Though there is no formal staff here, and building belongs to Lord Tarm. Entrance is granted for the fee of a penny per head. Something poorly enforced. Okay, due to the previous guards quitting as of recent. I'm going to go through and retype this, but okay, we've got a little bit of fluff here. I like it. And apologies that you're listening to me read this several times in a row, because this sadly is how I go about doing this. It takes me a while. I'm not particularly quick. I like to mull and think, because while I'm typing it, I'm also creating it, if that makes sense. And that's a beautiful and very religious view on things. But as you use words, you create things. Not in a material sense, obviously, but the words we're using are bringing it to life. So the words we're using can be changed and moved, and with that, what we're creating changes. So it's a lot to think about. I love it. Though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. It's all part of the creation, absolutely. Often the creation, okay. Though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. Often the creations are somewhat improvised. We need more. We need more specifics here. We need... Spices are few and meats... Premium meats even fewer. Thus, the creations are often somewhat improvised from what has been scavenged from the surrounding forests. Okay, let's try this. Or they rock a perpetual stew. Ah, yeah, a perpetual stew. Good lord. I think that's kind of what we're leaning with, Mark. Yeah, that's a really good... I wasn't familiar with that term, but that's nice. I like that. That's a nice touch. Okay, though the locals have begun to spread... Okay, though the town is... I need to get rid of the word though. Okay. Though the town has sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. Spices are few and premium meats even fewer. And meats even fewer, though mainly due to the price. Among the villagers. Thus, the creations are often somewhat improvised from what has been scavenged from the surrounding forests or purchased from the fishing guild. Or purchased from the local fishermen. Ooh, gendered language. Sue me. Though many dishes... Okay, we'll have one perpetual stew. We'll have two perpetual... No, 3 perpetual stews. No, two, because I can't be bothered to make 3 up. Inside the building, you will find... Inside the building, there are 2 large cast iron pots. Each, perhaps, we're going to do it as like a former horse trowel or something like that. Each enough to bathe inside. Each enough to bathe inside, though they are often difficult to see through the groups of villagers gathered around them. Typically, one of the perpetual stews is meat, skins, and roots. Typically, one of the perpetual stews is meat, skin, and roots, whereas the other is a combination of fish and leftovers. From fish and leftovers, basically. Leftover vegetables. Fish, vegetables, and flowers. Fish, plants, and, okay, local flora. There we go. Rumour has it old Gatsby has bathed in one of those stews, but no one knows which. Oh, that's great, Mark. I love that. I like that. That's a good bit of gossip. Always people hang around a big pot of something. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Biblical. Yeah. That's. Yeah, exactly. Large crowds around. I'll go through and neaten all of this, but I like what we're going. I really like the idea of someone's bathed in it. Yep. Oh my god, there could be like a. Okay. As of recent, after He was thrown inside. One of the stews. Though no one knows who did it or which stew it was. There we go. We'll come back to that in a moment. Inside the building there are 2 large cast iron pots. They're not going to be pots, are they? They're going to be tanks. Cauldrons. They're cauldrons. What the difference between a pot and a cauldron? Difference between a pot and a coal. Okay. Pot versus cauldron. What's the difference? Okay, I'm Googling this. Is a cauldron a pot? A cauldron is a large cast iron pot for cooking or boiling over an open fire. Okay, that's fine then. It's just large pot. Fine. Simple, simple. Must be size. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was like the way it was hung or something, but that's fine. And it sounds a bit better as well. Each enough to bathe inside, though there are often difficult... each often enough to bathe inside. Though despite their size... they are often... let's say... hidden behind the many villagers who are gathered around, conversing. Typically, one of the perpetual stews during this time of year, during the cooler months, one of the perpetual stews is typically meat, skins, and roots. Whereas the other is a combination of fish and local flora. Yeah, that will do. Right. Will we name the dishes? Will we name them? Oh my god, that's not a bad idea. No. Someone even share the recipe for a penny. No. Tell you what's in it for a penny. Despite the improvised nature of these dishes, many locals have begun to spread word of of the town's 2 signature dishes. Though as of yet it has failed to arouse sufficient interest from travellers and tourists. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Get a screenshot of the Golden Temple curry pot. That thing's like a swimming pool. Delicious swimming pool. Okay. Golden Temple curry pot. Golden Temple curry pot. This better not be a porn site. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That'll do it. A delicious swimming pool. Okay. And despite there are no formal staff working here, and the building belongs to Lord Tum. Entrance, okay, Tum. Entrance is granted for the fee of a penny per head. Something poorly enforced at present due to the previous guard. Quitting after he was thrown inside one of the stews, though he was blindfolded and unable to identify who did it or which stew it was. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? It's a bit worrying about the stews. Okay. Right, we can get rid of this bit because I don't like that. Although it does sometimes have some interesting ideas. It's probably the atmosphere that makes a tavern famous. You manage to find a seat and prepare to what's undoubtedly be a great evening. Nah. Okay. We don't need that. Is there like a deity or religion for food here? Like, you've got maybe just Sigmar. It's often good to yeah, aid dwarf folk. Never do them harm. Ah, there you go. Promote the unity of the Empire. Bear true allegiance to the Imperial throne. Root out greenskins, chaos worshippers, and foul witches without mercy. Halflings. Yeah. Well, we've got a halfling chef in the party, Mark, so I'm a bit reluctant to sort of throw, yeah, the halfling gods. Ah, yeah, the halfling gods of food. Ah, okay. Should we have a halfling priest who's like... Because they do have this here. Old gods, provincial gods, Sigmar, other chaos cults, holy sites. The Grand Conclave. Nope. Dwarven, elven, halfling gods. Some say halflings are superstitious rather than religious. The bulk of their deities support this impression. Most halfling gods or goddesses have to do with the hearth and home, cooking, herb, law, earthly matters. Halflings also show respect to certain human deities, Sigmar, Tal, and Raya in particular. This is more of a desire to avoid conflict from any devotion. Halflings don't really have priests. They certainly don't build temples, though humans seem happy to do it for them, especially Sigmarites. That's hilarious. There are better things to do than warble on about someone else's business. Of course, they respect the gods and have shrine on hand, so they need to have a quick natter. But none career exclusively talk. Why make yourself so exclusive? Okay, that's fine. No names. There's a great schism in a halfling culture, one side choosing basil, the other oregano. Never two sides reconcile. Well, they probably would over a good pizza. Perhaps a good pasta dish, but with those two things aside, I think, yeah, it's really carbohydrates are needed to bring the two together, perhaps with some parmesan. I like to combine the two personally, but you could just call me a bit of a slut. Had a nice bit of oregano and a bit of basil today. Very tasty. In a pasta dish. All home grain, except for the pasta. Which was not grown. Well, it was when it was wheat, I guess. Right. Okay, so the cook's house. Let's go through it from the top. From the outside, it looks cheerful, but clean and in need of refurbishment. No. Weathered and in need of refurbishment. Not refurbishment, maintenance. Timber and crude stonework make up the structure of this building. The front boasts an impressively large wooden door that is usually open, with locals meeting and greeting one another at its steps. Though the town is sparse on food, most are willing to share what they have in a communal pot. Spices are few, and meats even fewer among the villagers, thus the creations are often somewhat improvised. From what has been scavenged... are somewhat improvised from what has been scavenged from the surrounding forests, or purchased from the local fishermen. Inside the building, there are 2 large cast-iron cauldrons, each enough to bathe inside, though despite their size they are often hidden behind the many villagers who are gathered around them conversing. Gossiping. It's got to be gossiping, isn't it? The reason we put gossiping here is because it's a queue. The players will know that this is a place where you can get good gossip. Same with the dancing lamb. Different types of gossip, but there'll be gossip. During the cooler months, one of the perpetual stews is typically meat, skins and roots, whereas the other is a combination of fish and local flora. Despite the improvised nature of these dishes, many locals have begun to spread word of the town's 2 signature nature of these culinary creations. Many locals have begun to spread word of the town's 2 signature dishes, though as of yet it has failed to arouse sufficient interest. Any interest from travellers and tourists alike. Okay. And... There are no formal staff who work here currently, and the building belongs to Lord Tarm. Entrance is granted for the fee of a penny per head, something poorly enforced at present due to the previous guard quitting after he was thrown inside one of the stews, though he was blindfolded at the time and unable to identify who did it, or which stew it was. Old man stew. Basil and oregano. You should... trust me, it can work together just fine. Just fine. Because you'll normally have some oregano in a passata or a basil without even knowing. Trust. Trust. You need tomato to bring the 2 together, though. Or maybe over a bit of, like, garlic bread with mozzarella. You could probably go with a light sprinkling of oregano and then a couple of basil leaves on top, just for sort of the extra. I think it works. I likey. The tavern itself is packed. Tourists seem to be primarily clientele here, which is basically a line which I don't need because that was just thrown in here. Beep, 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 boo. There we go. The cook's house is done. That's another one done. Oh, stretchy neck. Right, guys, how long have we been going for now? Going for a while, haven't we? I have no idea. Actually, I have no idea because it doesn't tell me how long the stream's been going for. Does it tell any of you how long it's been going for? 12 watch. Wow, started streaming 3 hours ago. Yeah. I thought... hungry now. Oregano overcasts the taste of basil. Well, it does a little bit. But you need to... Yeah, you can't go too much of either. You need to go light on the oregano, but I normally use dried. And dried oregano is very different to fresh. I would use dried oregano and fresh basil, because that way the basil's still going to have more punch. And I would use the small leafed version of basil with it, not the large leaf. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I probably wouldn't use fresh oregano with fresh basil, because the 2 would just be, yeah, dried oregano is very, very muted. Yeah, I mean, if you've got fresh oregano, that's probably on its own enough to like pack a dish with a hell of a lot of flavour. So I probably wouldn't want to mix fresh basil with that. But if you ever can get one of the plants with the smaller leafed basil, I think that it's Greek basil. It's called. I can't remember. It has but it's got much smaller leaves. They're like the size of a fingernail. If that, very, very small, but the flavour is much, much sweeter. It's much, much nicer. Much, much nicer with most dishes. Yeah, fresh oregano definitely packs a punch. It's glorious. Right, and on that note, us halflings are going to have to go to bed because I am sleepy and I've got to go to work tomorrow and do work and things and stuff. But I'll be around on the weekend and I'll be around soon. Thank you for stopping by. We've got lots done today. And just before we go, for anyone that missed the earlier stream, I will roll a dice and we will just go to the Ram's Head. We will load up the leader of the Hunters Guild, who actually doesn't have a name yet. Let's name him. Male. Wilhelm. No. Lutold. Zobfer. Jomund. Oh, that's a good name. Jomund. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do 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 do. Well, cancel that. Right. Jomund, there you go. Pop you back in. We need to go back through that. But while we're here, we've got him saved. We're just going to go on his combat. Click on his great axe. And we're going to roll. For 19 damage. Which is crazy. Hans Gunther. Everyone loves the name Gunther, don't they? This guy is going to be like the size of a bear, like 6'6". Even for those days, that's ridiculous, like utterly ridiculous. And he's going to be actually built. People will just assume he's part ogre. That's like going to be the canon for him. And he's got a great axe, which is absolutely huge. So satisfying. And while we're here as well, let's just show off this absolutely awesome. I will go to bed in a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry, I know you're worried about me. Dice so nice. Let's modify our dice. I like those, but I want to change them a little bit. White? Nah, we'll go black. That's nice. Coin? No. Okay, well, I'm going to stick to red. And then we'll just change... Oh, that's really cool. Okay, let's change... Okay, the black ones are nice. No, we're not going rainbow. No... Toxic? Ah, the Skaven dice. Skaven dice are nice. Okay, Tiger King is pretty cool. Okay, let's try rolling again. So good. So good. Ogrim. Ermund Ogrim. Well, I'm gonna keep a lot of them to one name. Jesus Christ. 24 damage. It's because he rolled a 0 technically on the second no, he rolled a 9 on the digit dice, which means he gets to add 9 to his damage if it's higher than his SL, which is absolutely crazy. It's got damaging. It's also got hack, which basically whenever you hit someone in a piece of armor, that armor goes down by 1. So it's just horrible. And it's got impact. So basically, oh, you add the result of the unit dice to attack's roll of any damage caused by an impact weapon. Oh, Jesus. A two-handed axe? A great axe is just horrible. God damn. Okay, mental note. A note to you guys. Great axes are terrifying. Like... Even if we go on like if we go to trappings and we look up, oh, I don't know, a halberd. A halberd's nice because it has defensive, but it's only got hack and impale. It's not got damaging or, mind you, impale is quite nice. Impact is just crazy though. Hammer? A warhammer. That's pretty good. Damaging, pummel, and slow. Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah. Okay, anyway. Give him a big mess of scars on his forehead, hitting door frames. Nice touch. Right, guys, I am going to hit the sack now. But thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Make sure you go check out the beginning. And it's just been a lot of sort of thinking and thunking and creation, but... you know, we've made some more places here. It's getting more fleshed out. There's... Hey, there you go. It's quite hard to see that one. But it's there. It's there. And I think, well, I've only got like 5 places left to do. I'll probably make another 6 or 7 NPCs, and then I'm pretty much good to go. Most of the NPCs will just be improvised, but, you know, I'd like these to be people that they can, you know, interact with. Right. Ciao, ciao.